Man, look, I'm gonna tell you guys about the time that I was stuck inside the astral plane. Now, keep in mind, I have been stuck between dimensions several times. You know what I'm saying? But the time that I'm about to talk about was the worst one. Mainly because, nigga, I thought I was gonna be there forever. Like, at this period of time, I'm not gonna lie. I pretty much got used to like getting stuck in the astral plane. I got used to that shit. I ain't gonna lie. But that's because like every time I get stuck, I always eventually come back. You know what I'm saying? This time wasn't like that. I had to make myself come back. It wasn't like no automatic shit. So this video will actually help any of you if any of you get stuck. But first things first, how do you even get stuck in the astral plane? Pretty much, if you try to come back to your physical body, but your body isn't like awake yet, you'll kind of just be stuck inside that bitch. You'll kind of be inside like your etheric body, which for those who don't know about the etheric body, I will make a video about that. You know, whenever I make that video, I'm probably also gonna have a PowerPoint on my Patreon about the complete guide to astral projection. Cause I'm making that shit right the fuck now. You know what I'm saying? So be on the lookout for that. But that's gonna be like pretty soon. But when it comes to the etheric body, right? The etheric body is more dense than the astral body, you know? So it's like when you're inside that body, you can't really like move like that. You kind of just like stuck there, waiting for your physical body to wake the fuck up. It's very weird. Now the thing is, right? There are times where like you ever like felt like you may have been going to sleep, right? And then like your body gets stuck in shit. You gotta try like OD hard to move that bitch. You know what I'm saying? When that happens, it's because you're falling inside your etheric body. You know what I'm saying? And then you start getting stuck in shit. Then you have to like be like, hey, physical body, please move and wake me the fuck up. So it'd be taking like mad effort. This time was not one of those times though. This is I couldn't just be like move my physical hand and then my like no nigga that shit was not working. So hold up, I'm getting hot as shit inside this. I'll be right back. All right, that is way better. So let me tell y'all about this shit. So first things first, right? It's like I was astral projecting, but at some point I also had this dream. It was really actually what I'm gonna say was a different reality type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's an actual reality that I exist in, but I don't normally go there. But inside this reality, right? Me and my mom were arguing about like I think like I took like a coin out her room, and it's not even like she cares about nigga. You took a quarter. It's like nigga, you take it shit without asking. Like we got to some kind of argument over that. I know it involved a quarter or a coin or some shit like that, and we got to like a big argument over that shit, right? So it's like I remember going through that shit, right? Cause at the very beginning, I astral projected on purpose. And I forgot exactly what I did. Usually around that this was like a year or two ago. Around that time, I would just walk around my neighborhood. I might talk to people in the neighborhood and stuff like that. And oftentimes I would like fall unconscious inside the astral plane and then experience some whole other shit. So I'm pretty sure that's what the fuck happened. Like I was in the astral plane doing my shit and I just fell unconscious. Then I experienced the whole shit with me and my mom arguing and stuff like that, right? But it's like during like a big part of that argument or something like that, it's like I started coming back to my body. But I didn't fully come back to my body. Nigga, bro, this shit was scary as fuck, my nigga. This shit was so fucking scary, bro. Pretty much, it's like I'm on the way back to my body, right? Because you know I was out of my body. So on the way back to my body, I'm thinking I'm gonna just come the fuck back, wake the fuck up, it's all good. Nah, nigga. I woke up. It's like I came back from wherever the fuck I was, right? And I woke up inside my body, but in like a different dimension. And my room is dark as shit. And all I hear is something coming up the fucking stairs and going like bang on my door. I'm like, oh shit. Now it didn't open the door, but I'm like, nigga, oh shit. Like what the fuck? And keep in mind, I can't even move. I'm on the bed stuck. Like my neck is literally like these uncomfortable as shit. I'm looking like I'm trying to look, but my neck not moving. I'm just like it's like my eyes just going like, nigga, that shit was so uncomfortable, bro. But let me tell you how I eventually like, got back to my body, how I got unstuck. You know what I'm saying? So when the fucking bang happened on the door, I'm like, nigga, oh shit, nigga, either that's a demon or I'm inside of some type of fucking reality where my mom just did that shit. I'm still inside my head like, hey, that could just be my mom type shit. You know what I'm saying? There was one time though that a demon actually did come to my door and open that shit, appearing as my mom, then transformed to some big shadow nigga trying to fucking scare me. I'll make a separate video for that if it's not already on my YouTube channel. But anyway, nigga, so I'm like, what the fuck is that's either a demon or it's like a dream mom kind of a thing, whatever the fuck that is, right? But I'm just stuck there, sat there for like, at this point, it's probably been like 5 minutes. Like as soon as I got inside that reality, right? About a minute later is when like the fucking big ass bang happened. 30 seconds to a minute tops later. It's probably like 30 seconds though. The big bang happened, not the big bang of, you know what the fuck I mean. So anyway, the big bang on the door happens, right? And I'm like, fuck. And at this point, I'm just inside my room, scared as shit. It's dark as hell. My neck is stuck like these, and I can't fucking move. Like, I'm trying so hard to fucking move. And it was like, it wasn't working. So at some point, I'm like, let me just close my eyes and try to just get back. Because that's what I will often do. It's like I just close my eyes when I get stuck, and I eventually kind of just get back. That shit was not working. I'm like, um... nigga, I couldn't get back. I could not get back. So I'm just stuck there and I start thinking about shit. Like I'm remembering the whole argument that me and my mom had. And for some reason, I'm like, maybe my mom knocked on my shit because she mad at me. Like I was starting to link my current scenario with the dream shit I experienced with me and my mom arguing. And that actually is very important because it actually does somehow kind of link. And I feel like a part of me actually got punished inside that experience. Because you're going to see, here's how I eventually got free. My eyes are still closed at this point, and I'm remembering shit. And I'm like, I'm kind of falling asleep inside that plane, which is making me remember the dream shit more. And then from there, it's like, I pretty much remembered feeling bad that me and my mom argued, right? So I wanted to go give her a hug. And while thinking about that, I just kind of imagined myself going to do that. And it's weird because it's like my imagination made a different body lift out of the etheric body because it actually quite did. Like when you're inside that plane where you can't move and shit, that's just the etheric plane. But you can still go to the astral plane, which is way more light. And when I actually did the whole imagination shit, peep game, inside that dimension, pretty much, I was imagining myself, and I kind of just got the fuck up, and it's like I left my body and shit, and then I just went through the door. I went through my door, eventually going through my mom's door, and I gave her like a big giant hug and shit. And inside that dimension, the lights were on and stuff like that. It wasn't dark as fuck like how it was inside the etheric plane. So it's like using your imagination, not like when you try to actually lift your shit up, right? Instead, use your imagination. Imagine yourself lifting the fuck up because that actually is different. It's a whole different body because you can kind of feel it like right the fuck now, right? Like close your eyes, right? And then like try to like move your hands without moving them, right? Do that shit. Then there's also, it's like, I can't even describe, because it's like, okay, when you try to move your hands without moving them, right? It feels like I'm like aware of my hand right here and I'm going like this. You know what I'm saying? This looks wrong. Pause. But anyway, that's what the fuck it feels like. But then there's also like just pure like imagination shit. And it's like when I do that, it's like I'm moving my hand, but it's happening from my fucking brain. And you'll actually realize something too. Like when you fly inside the astral plane, right? For me at least, like I don't use wings. I just do that shit. And for me, it's like I kind of do some like mind shit. Even me moving inside the astral plane is actually on like some mind shit. Like for y'all may first think it's like on some I'm moving my legs. It's really just your mind though. Like I've noticed that with flying, It's not like I'm just lifting my. It's not like I'm doing like my body is not making itself fly and then move through the space. No, it's like literally my mind is like just. It's like in my mind, like the dimension. It's like I'm moving the whole dimension. I'm just like moving forward. It's hard to describe this shit actually, bro. But it's not like I go like this. It's like I'm using my mind and making the reality move. And it looks like I'm doing this. Because you actually find out from a higher perspective, you don't actually move anywhere. You just observe several different points of space. Think about it like this. You know how like if you like like movies and shit like that, right? If you looked at a movie from like a film perspective, you would see that every single action inside the movie is really just a picture. There's several different frames, several pictures moving fast as shit. So what happens with you is that you're just observing different pictures fast as shit, which gives you the illusion of moving. You actually learn that when you actually start seeing shit from like a higher perspective. But we don't got to get there right now. Just understand the fact that if you imagine yourself trying to move your body instead of actually like trying to like move it like this in a way, you're gonna access different layers of yourself. So when I imagine myself flying out my body, literally my astral body separated from the etheric body, and I went to hug my mom. And then once I hugged my mom and shit like that, right, everything kind of ended, and I eventually woke back up inside of my body. And it's like I feel like being inside that dimension was a fucking lesson, because like even though the argument didn't happen inside this reality, that was like an actual thing in some other reality. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I feel like, like the argument was kind of dumb. I didn't have to argue how I argued with her type shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when I chose love, when I chose the feeling of love, it helped me get back to my body. Another reason why that worked is also because when you argue and all that other shit, right? The energy is very fucking dense. It's very fucking stuck. So I was already in that dense ass state when I got sent back to my body and stuff like that, and I'm just stuck in the etheric plane like nigga, what the fuck? However, when I start feeling that love and shit like that, right? It's like it vibrates the particles and speeds my shit up. It gets my shit vibrating again. Therefore, I could eventually move and stuff like that. And then I eventually went back to my body and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Usually, I would just get stuck, close my eyes, and fade back inside that bitch. But this was like a whole different game, bro. You know what I'm saying? But from that day on, I pretty much learned that if I'm ever stuck inside the astral plane, if I'm ever stuck inside the etheric plane, just simply imagine myself being unstuck. Like, imagine myself leaving my body and shit, because those are two different bodies. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're in sleep paralysis, like I said, that's the etheric shit. You know what I'm saying? That's not the astral shit. If you want to call it astral, call it the lower astral, but it's not that. That's why like you're only stuck because like your body's like partially dense and shit. Because like you'll actually notice that in sleep paralysis, some of y'all can actually start moving your hand, but it's like it's all like, because like with me right now, I don't really have sleep paralysis. I just like I can like move a little bit. I'll be like I literally feel like dense ass plasma trying to move. There have been times where I actually got the fuck up out of my bed inside that plane. So, you can eventually get the fuck up. It's just that your etheric body is really dense. So it's going to be hard to move and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? On top of that, you're often trying to move your astral body, but you're tapping into the etheric body because you're not doing the whole imagination shit. It's like, because you're trying to move in such a physical way, you're actually tapping into the etheric body, but your intent is to connect with the astral body, and it's kind of like throwing shit off. So you're trying to astral project, right? You can stuck inside the etheric body. You think you're moving the astral shit, but you're moving the etheric shit, and it's all hard and stuff like that. That may have been a bit confusing, but when I make the video about the etheric body and the etheric plane versus the astral body and the astral plane, it's gonna all make sense. So I'm just gonna end the video right there. It's been your boy Dot. From Dot Me Now Coaching and Entertainment. For coaching, my links are down below. Discourse down below. Spirit Guide readings down below. Starseed readings down below. Patreon down below. It's gonna have a PowerPoint about how to astral project the complete guide, so stay tuned for that shit. Social media is down below. Everything's down below. I love you all. I'm gonna catch you in my next video. Haha.